Hello, my name is Nick Long, and welcome to the Nick Long Show. We're going to be talking about real estate investing, money, mindset, and lifestyle here on the show. And I just wanted to start off with an introduction to who I am, and hopefully I can provide some value to you. And I'll keep putting out content, and hopefully it helps you along your journey. Like I said, we're talking about real estate investing in that intro, and most of what I'm going to be talking about is going to be about real estate investing and where I am on my journey. And like I said, hopefully I can help you out on your journey as well. So, where to start? I grew up in a small town in Northwest Ohio called Upper Sandusky, and like I said, it was a very small town, but it was a great place to grow up. And I graduated from high school and really didn't know what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, as I think most teenagers are similar. So I went to a school called Ohio University, go Bobcats, and started my journey there. And I started studying physical therapy, and I did that for 3 years, and I got accepted into their master's program. And I decided that all of a sudden I was going to change my major to music, and my parents were thrilled. No, not. Actually, they were very supportive. Love you, Mom and Dad. But it was quite a switch, and I always had a bug for music. I was always involved in a lot of things music wise in high school and in college, and it was something that I had to do. I felt like I had to explore that more, so I jumped in. I changed my major, and I ended up with a vocal performance degree and a music education degree. But the real reason I changed my major to music is because I really wanted to write music. I wanted to be a songwriter. I wanted to be in a band. I wanted to tour the country and play shows and do all that stuff. And I put a lot of effort and heart into that endeavor for a number of years. And so I graduated college, and I had started a band. We were kind of touring around. We had put out a couple albums, and like I said, I had my major in music, and I had my teaching degree. So we graduated college, and we're like, okay, got to get a job now, put on the big boy pants. And so I went out and found a job, and I found a job close to college so I could go back and continue to play shows. And all was going according to plan. Everything was fine. I had my first teaching job, and I was getting up every morning at 5:30, 6 in the morning to go and teach. And all of a sudden I had this flash of my future. I was like, is this going to be it? Is this what I'm going to be doing for the next 30 years of my life until I reach retirement? Am I going to be standing in this hallway every day and teaching in this classroom every day for the next 30 years? Is that it? And I had trouble accepting that. Like I wanted, it's not that I just wanted more freedom. I wanted more choices. I wanted a better way to go about it. And like most kids, I would say, I did not have a financial education. I didn't get a financial education in high school. I didn't get a financial education in college. And I mean, I didn't even take accounting in high school. And so I knew that at that point in my life, after I had a job and I was out in the real world, that I was kind of behind the eight ball. Like I didn't know a whole lot about money and finances and what to do. So I started reading books. And one of the first books that I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad. And if you've been living under a rock for the past 20, 30 years, I don't know when this book came out, Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, changed my life. Like it's changed a lot of people's lives. And after I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, I read Cash Flow Quadrant. And this is not an advertisement for the Rich Dad Poor Dad series or Robert Kiyosaki, but it took one story, it took one book to completely flip my mindset and understand how our financial system really works, and how I as an individual could make changes in my life to better my position and to give me more options in life. So it was at that point that I decided, okay, I'm interested in building up assets, and I'm interested in specifically real estate. So I continued teaching, I continued playing in this band and making music, because that was really my dream still. But at the same time, I started educating myself, read some books, and I was living, for anyone who doesn't know, Ohio University is in Southeast Ohio. Southeast Ohio is a very rural, Appalachian, not a lot of wealth down there. And I was living in a place that was very, very small, not a lot going on. And I knew that it wasn't going to be the best place for me to kick off my real estate investing career. So I decided to apply for a job close to Columbus, Ohio. And I got the job, and I moved after my first year of teaching, and I set up shop in, I was teaching in Pickerington, Ohio, and I taught there for 6 more years. So, but not to get too far ahead. So I landed in Columbus, and I was renting an apartment, but I was looking for my first rental property. And when I was 26 years old, I ended up purchasing my first house. And it wasn't a house, it was a duplex. So I lived in the upstairs, and there was a guy that was already living in the downstairs. And I will never forget the day that I was upstairs and I heard a knock on the door, and I go to open the door, and he had left his rent check like stuck between the storm door. I just stuck it inside the storm door, and I looked at the check, and I thought, this is going to pay for my mortgage. Like my living expenses right now are next to nothing to live here. And it was from the reading and all that I had done to get to that point. But it was the first deal, and the proof when I got that check, it just like mind blown, like light bulbs went off. And I was still teaching, of course, at the time, but it was at that point I thought for myself, like, this, if I do this enough times, this is going to give me financial freedom. This will give me options. This will allow me to do things that 95, maybe 99% of other people cannot do. They don't have the ability to do, and that is do what they want, when they want, with who they want, and at any time they want. So I wanted that for my life, and that was kind of how things got started. So that is a little bit about me, and where I am today. I've got 47 rental properties right now, and I have been self-managing my rental portfolio over the years, and have built it up slowly over the years. And it took me a little longer to get where I am today, and I'll talk about this in later videos, but there came a point, like I said, I was really interested in writing music and music in general, and it took a long time for me to figure out what path I was going to go down. I guess where I was gonna focus all my energy, and I thought for a long time that I was going to be able to do both, and it caused me, I don't want to say pain, but it caused me, it just delayed things for me to do either thing well. And we'll talk about that maybe in a later episode, but lost my train of thought. So yeah, that's where I am. And I guess the goal for me now is, now I'm looking to scale into larger multifamily properties. And so you're going to come along with me on my journey, and I'll share that with you as I try to scale and get bigger and build this thing even more. So we're going to be talking about all aspects of real estate as far as how to find deals, like how to analyze deals, and we're going to everything surrounding kind of what I've done in real estate, and hopefully share that with you, provide you value. We're also going to be talking about money and mindset. Mindset for me has been a huge part of my journey. I've had to overcome, I feel like, a lot of just mental obstacles in order to just get to where I am today. So we'll talk about a lot about that, and we'll talk about some lifestyle stuff and time management stuff, that kind of stuff. Just hopefully ways that if these types of things, if this is something you're interested in, I can help you along your journey as well. So I guess that's pretty much it for the first episode. As you can see, I have this lovely backdrop behind me. Definitely a work in progress. There's not a lot to it right now, but I'm gonna add some flair and hopefully get this show going in the right direction. And I would really appreciate any support you can give me. If you can just hit the subscribe button, that would help me a ton. So get the word out and reach some more people. So I think that is it for the first episode of the Nick Long Show, and I hope you will join me on this journey. So with that, I hope you guys have a great day, and go out there and be your best. Have a good one.